Hey guys, back again here with another video. Today I'm going to be showing you guys how to prepare your own Arabic gum so that you can make your own pearl watercolor pigment paint. I'm using this. I got this from Dollar Tree, and I basically just put some acetone and removed the days of the week because, you know, trying to be frugal like that. And that's where I'm going to be putting the paint after I'm done mixing it. But first, before we do anything else, we need to make our gum Arabic. So for that, you're going to need equal parts of boiled water and equal parts gum Arabic powder. So here I've already boiled some water. Show you. I put that into this recipient here because I really didn't care what happened to this one. I just recycling and using this from an old Challenge butter jar, but you can use any thing you have at home. So then you're going to go in and you're going to pour the powder, and I'll be right back and I'm going to show you how I'm mixing that. Okay, I'm back. So I went ahead and I actually added half a teaspoon to this mixture of glycerin, and you want to get it to this consistency. See, it's all dissolved. You don't have any of those little things, and you'll notice right away when you put the glycerin how much easier it is to mix. And once you have that, if you are going to be using the paints, just know you have to make this a day beforehand, because this needs to sit in the refrigerator for about a day. So I'm time-lapsing here, and I'm going to come back tomorrow and I'm going to show you the next step. But yeah, you are going to need to. I'm using a these plastic bottles to put away my gum Arabic. And you know, this is the glycerin I'm using. I got this off of Amazon. And this is Essential Depot vegetable glycerin. It's a pretty good deal on Amazon, this one. Everything else, I also got the gum Arabic powder on Amazon, and it was a pretty good deal there as well. So that's what I'm using, and just gonna show you. Once you have this mixture, by the way, I wanted to thank Crafterine on YouTube for sharing the formula with us. This is how I got her recipe. And you might have to tweak around with it a bit. Okay, so here I can already tell I need the other one, so this is gonna get messy, guys. Okay, I should have planned that out better, but here we go. All right. And then the beauty about using these silicone mats is it should very easily slide out. Yeah. So here we go. And I recommend wearing gloves because, you know, this is kind of messy. And if you don't wear gloves, you're going to have this film, this sticky film on your fingers for a while. So that's why I recommend. Okay. And that way we had, we almost got 2 out of that. So we got 1.5 of these bottles. And I barely put a dent into this powder, so this is going to last a while. So you can do all kinds of colors. What I went ahead and did is I ordered myself a pack of mica pigments. I also got these off Amazon, and there's 50 of these. So there's 50 different colors to play with. And then you can mix those 50 colors and get, I don't know how many colors you can get, but a lot. Yeah, so it's very sticky, remember, so you're going to want to run this under some hot water to get it off your cap or whatever if you have anything spilled. And then I'll come back tomorrow and show how this settles a day in the fridge, and then it'll be ready for use. Okay? Alright, I'll see you guys in a little bit. Hey everybody's, so I just want to show you guys the process to get to the mulling process that I get before I even do the paint. So I just you know, trying to save as much money as I can. So I went to the Dollar Tree and I got this kind of bowl. It was in this section of you know, where they have the candles and whatnot. It was in that section, basically in the crafts where there's pebbles and things. And so I'm just basically taking some Goo Gone. Also, I got this pill to also use as pans. I really just removed the days of the week with acetone. Just your regular 100% acetone works fabulously. And then I also got the Goo Gone from Dollar Tree. And so you just need a little bit of the Goo Gone so you can, you know, this is my Dollar Tree version, guys. This is my Dollar Tree hack. And you're gonna see that it's gonna start to release. And also you're going to want to get some type of sharp tool that you might have handy to scrape. And I realized I might have not put enough Goo Gone because usually this stuff maybe I might have gone a little too much, but you know what? It's okay. So you just want to scrape all that you can. Put some more Goo Gone. And then scrape again. And then you put some more Goo Gone. And you might need to do this a couple of times. Don't mind the cat, y'all. It's okay, Bricky. That's all right. Yeah, the cat's being entertained by my processes here. Okay, I'm back now. I just wanted to show you. After a couple of tries, I was able to remove all the sticky part here. And this is really important because you're going to need a flat surface if you are planning on mulling your own paint. And then I'm using this, just a basic, 8x10 frame that I got from Dollar Tree. And I'm taking the backing part off, and what you're left with is just really this. The glass. This is what you're going to need to mold your paint. And now you're going to want to make sure, if you need to grab a paper towel, and just make sure that your glass is free of any debris. You don't want to add glass cleaner because that might get into your solution when you're trying to make, and it could affect your paint. So remember, we're doing all this at home, and so we're being very organic. So you want your paint to last as much as possible. I know a lot of people said to put clove oil in your mixture because it'll spread out the longevity of your paint, of your mixture, but I don't have clove oil right now. Some people also said to use thyme oil. I don't have that either, so I'm hoping this will last me as long as I can, and that'll be okay. So, but if you do have that available and you can get that, I really recommend, because most of the YouTubers that I've watched out there, that made their own paints recommended using clove oil, and they also used honey. Well, I'm not going to be adding honey because I feel like if I add organic raw honey to this mixture, it's just gonna make it go bad quicker. And especially since I don't have clove oil to help preserve it, so I'm just using plain Arabic gum, and I'm going to be mulling it with this, like I said, from Dollar Tree, and putting it into these pans, also from Dollar Tree. And I will be back to show you how I start mixing and mulling my watercolors. Okay, so we're back. I actually let this sit for 2 days in the fridge. You can catch, I'm going to put her name up in just a second, who I learned this method from, and you can see on her channel she does this. She does a couple days. So I did wait for 2 days for the gum arabic to settle. And it's really important to wear a mask when you're doing this because pigment powder, mica powder, can get into your lungs, so you don't want any kids running around when you're doing this, or be very careful. Like I said, make sure you're wearing a mask, and you're going to want basically to start off with, because different pigments require different amounts of Arabic gum. But a good foundation to start off is a 50-50 ratio. So basically a 1-to-1. You're doing 1 part your mica powder to 1 part of your Arabic powder. So I'm going to start with a really small amount because this is my first time doing it, and I do want to share with you my experience and to see if you would like to try this on your own, to get an idea of what you could expect. So to start off, I'm doing 2.5 ml, and they do say that different pigments require different amounts, but you can always tweak around with it. Just to let you know, this is a process and you need to be patient, because this is a very time-consuming process. You can expect anywhere from half an hour to an hour of mulling time to get your paint as mulled enough so that it sticks on your surface with the correct amount of pigment. So I really want those two to be incorporated. So here I'm just making sure I have as best amount of that quantity. Okay, so I'm at a place where I think that I've gotten the most out of it that I can, to try to be as close to a good measurement.
Actually ended up doubling that recipe, so it ended up being 5 mils of
and then I'm just
gum
going in
arabic
with a paper towel
to 5 mil of pigment
gum
powder.
arabic, as to not have a sticky surface for my mica powder. I think that that's about what I need. Look at that beautiful shimmer. So gorgeous. Okay. So now I don't have a spatula like professional painters do, but you know, I found this at Dollar Tree and I figured I really just need something to mix it. And this is as close to light as I could get. Yeah, I need scissors for this. Okay guys, so I'm back now. I didn't want to bore you guys with this mulling process because it is very time consuming. And like I said, this is my first time and I wanted to know, have a better idea of what to do before I showed you anything else. So basically, here I've already scraped as much of the paint off as I could, but I went ahead and just mold that mixture that you saw me earlier. It was a 1-to-1 ratio. It was 1 part pigment to 1 part Arabic gum. And then I just molded. And remember that last time when I showed you guys it was half a teaspoon? Well, half a teaspoon is just way too little amount of to really process really well, and it dried really fast. So I recommend at least 5 mils. So I had a double. So after I mold this for half an hour, I had to go back and add another half teaspoon of the pigment powder and another half teaspoon of the gum Arabic. And then I had to mold for another half an hour. And then I actually did add, eventually I said that I wasn't going to, but I felt like it needed it. So I added just a drop of honey. It's a drop of any kind of honey you have. And then I just mixed it. So after I did that, I had a lot of paint still on here, and I still had a lot of paint on my spatulas. But what I went ahead and did, and this is completely optional, but for me, you know, I really hate wasting product as much as possible. So I did go ahead with a little bit of water I put in the Dapin dish, and I just grabbed a little brush, and I just was scraping, putting water and scraping as much of the pigment as I could, and I was able to remove a lot of it. This, like I said, is completely optional, but I wanted to save as much of the pigment that I used. And here, I managed to save, you know, this much pigment, and, you know, took as much of it as I could off of my glass before I go ahead and wash all of this off, so that I don't lose all, you know, the least amount of product as possible. And I'm actually going to then transfer this to another one of these containers like I showed you before. I got these at the Dollar Tree. It's 2 bottles for $1. I'm pretty sure I could probably find this somewhere else, but this is just what was close to me. And so 2 for $1, and then put that in the recipient, and then I can use this for something else, possibly for painting, you know, on a paper or something. So I wanted to show you guys because I know that you know, we really are not going to be using this. Our medium is for nails, so I wanted to show you some swatches of what you can do with the paint. So I was able to get about this much. It's very small amount, and even with me doubling the recipe, but you know, a little goes a long way. I just went ahead and removed, this just comes right off, just so that I can easily pour the mixed paint in there. And this still has not completely dried yet, but I just wanted to show you what you could do with it. You can use detail brush and just paint on. You can use a bigger brush like this and, you know, swipe across. I mean, the possibilities are endless, but I did want to show you that there are different effects that you can make. And I did promise you guys that I was going to swap out the matte top coat, excuse me, from the Ga and N brand. So I went ahead and used that today. That's the one that comes in the set. I told you previously it's on Amazon. It's $6.99 and it comes with the top coat, the no wipe top coat, the matte top coat, also no wipe, and the base coat. So if you can see that there is this is the matte on the black with a little bit of the gold. This is the regular top coat with the drawing, a very fine pencil and then I also did in the white background here. So you can see the difference here between the matte and the regular top coat, and this is with the drawing fine detail brush, and this is with the bigger brush. But I mean, just possibilities are endless, and you know, if you don't want to purchase these and wait forever, or you want to just try something new and do them on your own, well, this is a way that you can do it. It is time consuming, so this is a project of love if you have patience for it and the time for it. But yeah, it can be done, and I've never done this before, so I think that if I could do it, then you can do it too. Alright, thanks for watching.